Hello everyone! Oh my god, it snowed last night. I can't believe it. I literally woke up in the morning. I opened my window because that's what I do. I open the curtains every morning. And there was snow on the ground. I mean, can you see it? It's like white. And it's November 1st or 2nd or whatever. Or it's November, beginning of November. Anyways, after I get over my excitement of snow, I wanted to speak to you in this video about introverts and how, for me at least, as an introvert, I found that one of the best ways for me to maintain a balance within myself, socially and mentally and like sanity-wise, one of the most important things that I've noticed is to work from home. And so I've noticed I have a lot of introvert friends, obviously, and also extrovert friends, but also a lot of introvert friends. And because of the pandemic, because of the lockdown, a lot of people are working from home. And I'm noticing that a lot of introverts are coming to me and saying, I know the pandemic is a terrible thing. And yes, it's like, a lot of people have died, but the whole idea of being able to finally work from home in a job that, I had to go into the office every single day and be social, and it just was completely draining to be able to just work from home, do my stuff, be social on my own terms, on like a Slack channel or on a Messenger channel or whatever it might be, just to be able to be social on your own terms and, as you wish. If you have low energy today, you don't have to be social. If you are very energetic and you're feeling social, then you can be social. So just being able to control all of that as an introvert is so gratifying, and it's so profound because all of a sudden you realize, oh, right, okay, I'm not a completely socially not inept, but completely against socialization. That's not what introverts are like. It's not like we're completely against, oh my god, I never want to see another person ever again. But we only get that way when we have too much socialization, when we get over socialized and we exhaust ourselves and our social battery runs out, and then we're like, all right, I just don't want to see another person for the next week or another month or whatever your battery, however long your battery needs to charge, right? But with the working from home thing, it's so perfect because, you can get up at whenever you want, which is perfect. So if you're like a night owl, which a lot of introverts are, then you can get up whenever you want, and then you start work and you do your work. You talk to people on your own terms if you need to, not because they just kind of drop by your desk and you're like, they just want to chit chat. And you're like, I'm doing work here, why are you bothering me? But you can't actually say that because, being social is part of being in the office. And if someone does message you wanting to chit chat, you can be like, well, I'm busy, so I'm not going to reply to this until I have time. And it's perfect, right? And so this control aspect of it, controlling the socialization, moving it to a part of the day that feels feasible to you, moving it to a part of the week that feels perfectly aligned with your energy levels, being able to socialize when you want. If you don't want, you don't have to. And, being able to deal with people through email or messenger rather than being face-to-face with them so their energy can't drain you directly. All of this stuff it's so perfect, and it's so aligned with being an introvert. I think I've already spoken about this in the past, but I think I've told you that introverts are actually, they are maybe 25% of the population, 25 to 30. Now, I might be mistaken in this regard, but in any case, this is an extrovert's world. Even if it's 50-50, even if there's 50% introverts and 50% extroverts, the world itself is built for extroverts. It's built for ESTPs, basically. And so it's built for people who love socializing, who want to socialize all the time, who don't get drained by socializing. In fact, they get energized by it. And the office structures are built like that. So, the whole open office concept where you have no privacy at all, or no way of controlling the energy that's coming at you from all the people around you, or the idea that, you have to go out for dinners for work dinners, or you go to the bar with your work friends, or you go for like social events with your work colleagues, going to a baseball game or things like that. All of this is made for an extrovert's world. And so as an introvert, especially in the office structure, you probably go in thinking, all right, I don't know what I'm doing here. I don't think I can do this anymore. And a lot of times, I get really upset or angry with myself because there's no way I could get upset or angry with the people around me, right? So I would be angry with myself. It's like, why can't I just be social? Why can't I just do what they're doing? Now, of course, introverts are not built that way, so we just can't. And so if we just understood ourselves, and if we could just work from home part of the time, that would make things so much easier, right? As you might know, I've been working from home, or basically working nomadically or through a laptop for the last 4 years now. 4 years. And so I've noticed like a major shift in the way I interact with people, and a major shift in the way I socialize with people, because all day long I'm by myself doing my thing and enjoying my work and doing my projects. And then by the time I finish, I'm like, you know what? I think I'm ready for some socializing. And I would never ever say that before when I was working from an office. I would never be like, oh, right, okay, work day's done. All right, let's go socialize. I'd be like, no, I want to go home and I want to wedge out and I want to, in front of the TV or whatever it might be, I just want to be by myself without anyone around me, right? I just want to be in my room under the covers, reading some manga and eating some chips. That's all I wanted to do after a long day of work when I was out in the office. But now, as I say, after a long day of work in my room, which is where I spend all of my time, or out here, but by myself, I am okay with socializing. It's not such a big deal. Now, I'm not saying that I really like socializing even now. In fact, I think I'm getting a little bit more introverted as time goes on. But it's not such a big deal. I don't get angry at myself about it, or I don't get angry with other people if they ask me to socialize. I don't get upset with people if they're asking me to socialize. Or things like that, because I have a social battery that hasn't been discharged completely because of office work, right? So I've been at home all day long in my room, and so my social battery is good. It hasn't been discharged. I still have a lot of energy to give to people or to socialize with people. And so if my family does say, like, are you done work? Do you want to go out and meet this person? If I'm busy with work still, I'd be like, no, obviously not. Or if I have other things I want to do, then no. But a lot of times I do say yes, and I'm all right with it, because it's not such a big deal. It's not like, oh my God, really? I've been socializing all day long at the office, and now you want me to deal with more people? I don't think so. Now, of course, if you're an extrovert watching it, you're probably thinking, what? But socializing at work is completely different from socializing with friends. It's a completely different kind of socializing, right? Yeah, it is, but it's basically the same thing. It's being around people, and that's the essence of the thing that introverts don't like. Well, I shouldn't say don't like. The essence of the thing that drains us, mostly, right? And so it's not like the fact that, okay, socializing for work is like obviously much easier. You're not talking all day long, but you are surrounded by people all day long, and they are pulling at your energy intentionally or unintentionally. And you are just surrounded by chatter all day long. People chatting and talking and making noise. And all of that is draining to an introvert, right? And so, yeah, socializing for work is different from socializing with friends, but it's still draining. Both of those are draining. It's being surrounded by people who are draining. People are draining in general. That should be an introvert's motto. People are draining. So it's not the fact that, it's like this kind of socialization is better than that kind of socialization and all that stuff. It's not that. It's the fact that it's just people. Being around people drains us. Yeah. So if it's, especially in an office where you're surrounded by hundreds of people, perhaps, I mean, in my offices, usually it was 120, 150, because usually I worked in tech companies, and so they're smaller companies, but still, it's 100 plus people that are around you all the time, because it's an open office concept. And so it's not like, you're in your own little cubicle and you can hide from the world. No, you're not in your own office. You're surrounded by people all the time, and they're talking about random things and you're listening to it. And even if you have a headset or noise cancelling headphones, you can still hear it. And it's just really annoying and it's really draining, right? And so I wanted to do this video because if it is possible for you as an introvert to keep maintaining this work from home strategy even after the pandemic or the lockdown, it's a great idea for you, because it'll really stabilize all of your energy structures, all of your psychic structures. It'll really make you feel more balanced as a whole, as a human being, right? Because you're not spending, 50% of your day or more surrounded by people who actually really perhaps you don't like that much. Like, these are people that you wouldn't choose to be around all the time if you had a choice, right? A lot of the work colleagues are people that are just kind of, you're thrown into the team with them, but it's not like you like them or that you would want to socialize with them. In fact, a lot of them probably irk you or annoy you because, they're just annoying people in general. And so you're thrown into the battlefield with these people and you're like, oh gosh, really? These are the people I have to deal with all day long? Oh my God. I mean, you might be lucky and you might be surrounded by people who actually are nice and kind and good and quiet and you like being around them. But I mean, I don't know how many people are in that situation or how many introverts are in that situation. So if you can maintain it, like if you are already in a situation where you work from home, awesome, great for you, because it really is an important thing for an introvert to have a little bit of a control or semblance of control over their socialization throughout the day. But if you don't have that, if it's possible for you to ask your boss or your company to do it even once or twice a week, even 1 or 2 days a week where you can just be at home and work from home, is going to give you a great sense of control and a great sense of increased socialization in general. Because what you want to do is, you're at home all the time, so then you actually want to go socialize. You're not like, oh my god, more people, I don't think so. Which is what I was like when I was in the office before. So I thought I'd share this with you. I just thought it would be a fun video to do and a relaxed video after all the crazy videos I've been doing. If you have questions about this, obviously, please let me know. It's a pretty straightforward topic though. And if you do work from home, how do you do it? Do you like it? If you don't like it, tell us about it. We'd love to hear from you. Again, thank you so much for watching, for being on my channel, and I shall see you the next time. Bye for now.